We asked our esports gamers what the program meant to them. Check out what they had to say.
You get to really figure out like your limits when it comes to facing like adversity. You'll go through trials and tribulations of being, nobody's going to come into their title being the best that there is in the league. But through practice and through grinding out VOD sessions, strategy sessions, and all that with your team, you can really see the growth, especially if you have VODs from day one and you compare them to your VOD and championship game. You get to really experience the growth as a player and then apply that to your real life.
It's a team. It's a family. When I come in here, I'm not just playing Smash. I'm hanging out with some of my closest friends and having a really good time, knowing that I'm with a group of people who I know always have my back and are always there for me.
It can be a lot sometimes. We practice almost every day a week for at least 2 hours, and it can really stack up. So you have to have good time management skills, but it's so worth it.
It's not just about playing video games or something like that. It's about being part of a team, being there for each other.
I say when I got in here, I thought like we would just go to practice and just practice playing the game. But I'd say like the meeting the team and I made them as friends, and we just go outside like even out practice times, and then I'd make even more friends like from the people outside of my team, so like the Super Smash or the Valorant team. But yeah, I'd say like just the whole overall experience is much more different than I thought.
We put in a lot of time in this game, and I know every single person that is on the team tries their best.
I think our director, especially Jake Grosso, has done a really good job at making the different games get to know each other. He's had us host events. And it's just really incredible how many people I've met just by being in this room, being in this program, and playing for this team.
There is a lot more to keep track of than you think.
You gain a lot of experience in leadership and being in a team environment. You also gain a lot of people that you think you wouldn't be friends with normally. You get really close with everyone in the program, and everyone gets along really well, and it's just a lot of fun.
The competitive communities are so much nicer than anyone can like tell you they are. You'll hear like, oh, this community is terrible, but the people you meet are going to be the nicest people you'll ever meet.
There's a lot more that goes into it than I originally thought. I thought I'd walk on and it'd be kind of easy.
It's very fun to compete against other schools. Competing just regularly against random people is, I mean, it's fun, but it's not as fun, or you're not as passionate when you're representing your school.
A lot of people don't understand that it takes a lot of practice and time to become good at it. And I don't know, people, that's just something people don't understand. Like, it's hours of practicing your character or figuring out comps or strategies. So that's one thing.
It's a wide variety of different people and cultures, and it kind of just unifies everyone as one.
Just a lot more relaxed than what I thought. You know, people like it's competitive, so you think like it's a lot of like work and a lot of like stress, but like it's just like really relaxed. It's pretty fun.
Well, esports, it seems like a strict environment, but it's mainly laughs and jokes when we're not grinding on the game.
One thing I think people should be adept to take away from esports is that this is, it's a serious thing. People put a lot of drive and passion into this, and it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of hard effort, and the people behind these programs, these visions, this competition, they really have a lot of drive, they really have a lot of passion, and what they do and what they do best, it just shines through these kinds of things. It's beautiful.
We are pretty hygienic.
You're going to be doing a lot, not in a bad way. I think all the inclusivity and all the events that are available to you are definitely things you should go to. I've had a lot of fun, made a lot of friends, and I would not give it up for anything.
There's a lot of different things you have to learn, and there's a lot of team components to it that you might not have thought otherwise.
Esports is a lot of work. I'm not going to try to tell you guys otherwise, but it definitely pays off in the end. As we won NACE Conference Championships last fall, and it was probably one of my best moments in esports.
It's a mental game. If you're not in it, you don't know it. But when you are in it, it's a mental game through and through.
I think before I even took esports seriously, I just found it fun. And then joining the team and really kind of putting my head to it, it's a lot of work. We put in the work and we're in here a lot. We care a lot about the game. There's a lot of passion for it, but it all pays off in the end.
I think people should realize just how serious it is, how much of a time commitment it is. Because honestly, when we're not competing, we're practicing, and when we're not practicing, we're watching VODs to make sure like we learn what we're doing wrong or what the other team is doing wrong so we can be better. And I just don't think people realize how much of a time commitment that is. I think a lot of people oftentimes just chalk it up to being just playing video games, and it's so much more than that.
It's more than just competing in games. There's a huge community aspect to it, and even in a game as independent as Smash, we're all super close with each other. The entire team, we hang out almost non-stop outside of school.
If you come in and you just play the game and you have fun doing it, then I'd say BWU Esports is right for you.
I just think how much time you put into it, because there's a lot of people who put a lot of time into their games that they play here.
There are going to be times where you completely slaughter other teams, and then there's going to be other times where you get slaughtered. And that's okay. No matter what happens, it's always going to be a learning experience, and I think I've learned a lot more from losing than I have from winning, and I'm okay with that. And I've learned that at the end of the day, it's all a test of your growth.
It's a lot of how to function properly as a team, although we're all playing as individuals, which I think is super cool.
The community surrounding it is actually very integrated, and people are very, very supportive. Yes, there is very, very strong levels of competition, but overall it's more, in my experience, it's been more supportive than competitive, and I love that.
You experience a lot of the same aspects that you can in traditional sports, just the competitiveness and, the practice schedules and the scrim times that we have, and just the match days in general kind of feel like a traditional sport too. We prepare the same way. I feel like a lot of people just think we're playing video games, but there's a lot more that goes into it than just that.
A lot of us click in different ways. Some of us are louder, some of those are quieter, but we tend to balance out each other's personalities and definitely have fun with it.
I would say that it's more than just playing a game. I'm not going to sit here and compare it to D1 football, but there is a lot of work and effort that goes on behind the scenes than just grabbing a controller and playing the game.
I think the big thing that I learned once I was doing it is that a lot of the people in the program, in the general community, it is competitive, but a lot of those people are willing to kind of just become friends with each other. A lot of the teams that I've had a lot of really great success with have just felt like friend groups. So that's a big thing.
It's a lot more fun than everyone makes this. I did track for BW and it was a lot of fun too, but it was also a lot more strict and very focused. And here you can be yourself and still improve and do good.
Just how fun it can be and how stressful some people think it might be, but realistically it's just fun. You can have fun with friends, you can enjoy it, and yeah, it's just a good time. So
just how much work goes into it. People think it's easy, you just get to play video games all the time, but you actually have to practice sometimes.
Here at Baldwin Wallace University, in our esports program, we are setting the standard of what it means to be a part of collegiate esports. We are fostering a community where people of all backgrounds are here to be involved, whether they're competing in games, whether they're on our social media team, broadcasting, whatever it is and however they want to be involved. This is the place that they're going to be able to grow and be around an environment where they feel welcomed.
Everything about being a part of this team has been so much fun, whether it's competing, practicing, or just being with my teammates. It's just been such a joy to be here and be a part of this community.
Just say fun. It's fun coming in here, competing, practicing. It's fun to do.
Honestly, just fun.
Fun.
I'd say fun.
Fun.
Inclusive.
Integrity.
Innovative.
Involved.
It has a lot of opportunities to grow as a person and as a player, so I'm going to go with opportunity.
Exciting.
Teamwork.
Brotherhood.
Competition.
Invigorating.
Unity. Connections between other people.
I think improvement, but also risks.
Commitment.
Welcoming.
Escape. Camaraderie.
Community, I think, is the big one.
The community.
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 Community, family. There's too many words to describe how happy everybody makes me feel.
In just one word, family.
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 Family. Everyone here is just really awesome. Family to me. I have been leading this team for a very long time, and I've grown close with them both in the game and outside the game, and it means a lot to me to be able to lead.
No matter what title we're in or whatever, whether our backs are against the wall or whatever's going on, is that at the end of the day, we're going to come together as a family and we're going to figure it out. But that's what BWU Esports is.